a while ago how Synrgy Solari, di ba may Lux, Braum sila, but it was something na nabago because it was disconnected during the drafting phase. That we are seeing right now, nag 1-3-1 setup ang Synrgy Solar. We have the Ari going into the Dragon lane while Saya and Braum went into the mid lane. And this is actually quite interesting. Typically what happens into a 1-3-1 type of setup is you have a support that fast clears the enemy team and you have an ADC that fast clears at the same way. And Saya is a fast clear champion, but Braum is more of a tanky type of champion. So it's actually quite interesting right now as we have the Sona going for the support against the Orianna into the mid lane as well.
Right, so Enchanter and Sona, kumbaga pinalitan nila yung Janna rather than going for that Janna, which is, by the way, open rin naman. And yung Lux is also open. Their comfort on this Sapphire Lily, ito, yung player natin for the RTC Hera, is on that Sona. And syempre, napakalaking butas pa rin na yung jungle hindi nagagalaw. Looking at the levels right now, level 1 pa rin si Evelyn because of the disconnect, and Drain is already level 3. Maya magiging problema na yan ng Synrgy Solar.
Absolutely. And I like how RTZ is doing right now. They went in for the Rift Scatter into the bottom side of the map. And similarly, we have their team going in for the top side Rift Scatter as well. So this basically means that they have the vision advantage. They have the map control lead. And considering you have Evelyn as well, considering that she is active when it comes to the gameplay, this is the disadvantage against Synrgy Solar. So a massive play coming in for RTZ, and typically what happens is when you're a 1-3-1, you really want to get that priority into the right side. So RTZ, great job.
RTC is just making it happen with the strategies and also with the micro. Right now, tahimik pa tayo, 2 minutes and 17 seconds, but definitely the lead is going over to RTZ. Let's talk about the Baron lane for a minute here. Camille versus Olaf. Olaf is not really being prioritized off late as we look as the potential engage. Chill lang muna itong si Olaf natin na si Kayla. Pero looking at this lane matchup, Olaf versus Camille, I have to tip my hat over to the Camille almost always dahil nga lamang sa mobility and lamang din sa adaptive defenses.
Absolutely. I think it could potentially go for some pokes. Well, Olaf wouldn't have a good time when dealing up against Camille. So I do agree with your statement. But now, we have RTZW going in for some pressure into the mid lane against Asai and a Braum. Like the hovering from Lee Sin went into the mid lane, pressured Synrgy Solar back under the turrets. But 3-minute mark, you have some gold, and they're now going for the reset.
Yeah, reset time para sa mid laners natin, which is right now are the Dragon laners. But mapapansin mo ang prioritize nila ng dito is not the Orianna but rather the Kai'Sa. Now Orianna hits level 6. Mukhang hindi naman siya na-punish dun sa sa pag-dual lane nila. And normally kapag nagkakaroon kasi tayo ng dual lane, as we look at Precise, medyo nagpo-model siya dito. What do you think is happening here? RTZW Precise is prone to a potential gank here. At ayun na nga, sinisimulan na rito ni Ugat Gaming, etong si Kai'Sa.
Yeah, and they're actually going for some pick-offs right now, getting those damages up and running. That stun is going to connect into Precise, and Precise says bye-bye as the first blood comes through the side of Synrgy Solar.
That's huge. That's a first blood gold 400, and ibabato na yung crescendo rito. Papasok na rin si Lee Sin.
Oh, Sonic Wave, Dragon's Rage, but there's no follow-up as Rain is forced to back away with dash away from Ari saving herself. And that is gonna be it. No follow-up, no trades, but the root is gonna connect onto Rain. It's gonna be the 1v1. Featherstorm is gonna be forced out by Synrgy Solar's Saya. And no follow-through, but they baited out the ultimate, which is actually quite big for the side of RTZ.
Right, pero buong-buo pa rin yung loob dito ng Solar to just start this Dragon. Pero syempre, paano mo sisimulan yan Dragon if you don't have a jungler? Yung Eve, medyo kumalaw na, pero doon pa rin sa Torre. And so sa ngayon, mukhang magiging tahimik itong Dragon fight natin. And if may magsisimulan yan, definitely it's going to be the RTZ side. Good news for RTZ fans, Precise gumagalaw na rin siya, nakakapag-farm na rin. And we have Rain on that Lee-Sin, prioritizing damage and also survivability. Mukhang gusto niya agad magkaroon ng Guardian Angel first item.
And it's just hard right now for Synrgy Solar. Queen to be more specific, because they're depending on that smite onto the Evelyn. And if
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn is AFK, more or less, RTZ will have free reign into certain objectives. The Dragon, the Rift Herald, the Baron later on to the matchup. So right now, I think it's more probably that RTZ is gonna get the Ocean Drake. But you know what? They heard me because Evelyn is now up.
Right, so if this is going to prove to be a very pivotal win or a comeback win coming from Solar, talagang kudos sa kanila kasi hindi sila natil dun sa technical difficulty na hinarap nitong Evelyn. But right now, RTZ is on that death brush at mukhang nagsisimula na sila magplano rito for a Dragon contest.
It could potentially happen. It's gonna be Evelyn still gonna have a level 6, so invisibility is potentially being utilized here, but with no gold, with no items, it's actually gonna be hard because they're fighting up against a Lee Sin, which already is building up into a Guardian Angel. We've seen it through and through. If Lee Sin has his way, there is a potential aggressiveness that's gonna be happening. Better Storm is now gonna be forced by Witchy as he is going in for some pokes. He got pinned down by the enemy team. And now we have the Ari going in for the follow-up, but that is a 4v2 situation, and they're forced to back away as the Saya got picked off by RTZ.
Right, good punish dun sa pagkawala ng commander skill or yung summoner skill niya, and right now, ito hinaharot pa rin. Evelyn is in the vicinity and this could be a potential steal.
Nope. Not gonna be the steal though. Evelyn is going into the backlines, trying to go for the assassinate, but not gonna fall through. It's gonna be the Sonic Wave connecting into both Braum and Diari. The Charm is gonna connect though as Sai goes for the response. Once again, he is onto the backside. No Root is gonna fall through. The Flash is gonna be burned by Witchy, and Rain is forced to back away as his teammates actually fell down. It's a 2-for-1 as the Ocean Drake is also secured by RTZ.
Yeah, but still, that's an over-aggression coming from the side of RTZ. Pwede nilang ibak yun eh. Pwede nilang kunin yung Ocean Drake and to not have any casualty whatsoever. But they decided that they want more blood. Yun na nga. Ngayon ng pagkakataon nito si Witchy na makabawi. And right now, Witchy is, I think, ahead in terms of the gold department sa kanyang counterpart 6K laban sa 5.3K ni Kaisa.
Absolutely. So I think right now the problem that we're seeing is it's Sai being too aggressive to the point that he gets picked off, and Kaisa, I think in the early matches, I think diba na AFK siya ng saglit, so I think that was time that was wasted for the side of RTZ, but nevertheless I think it still has the potential because you still have some aspects and advantage for the side of RTZ, and similarly Synrgy Solar does the same thing. Now it's gonna depend right now with the Rift Herald gonna be open. This is gonna be the potential for these two teams to actually get a top first blood.
Just push.
Whoever
Just
that
push.
will get it. Evelyn does now going in for the defense as RTZ gets this top first blood. Hexacle made a move connecting to Evelyn. Evelyn says bye-bye. We have the Braum. We have Yari going for the charm onto Camille. And Camille is going to be hit by a lot of damage coming from Olaf. Glacial Fisher going in for the double man knockup. But we have a lot of mobility, we have a lot of damage that just saves RTZ, and both of them opted to back away as Rift Herald is now going to be the priority of RTZ.
Alright, very good win. The massive win for the side of RTZ. Not only were they able to get the first turret, napauwi pa nila ang counterpart nila na Solar Gaming, and they are now being awarded of a Rift Herald. Now, one thing to note here, just want to point this out. Napakaaga ng mga upgraded boots natin. Looking at Shire right now, she has that Quicksilver Sash. And sa kabila naman, we have a teleport that is already ready na rin para sa kanyang, para sa Camille ng side ng RTZ. So these players, or normally talagang napapansin ko sa mga pro players natin, priority talaga nila for the second item is yung upgraded boots.
Yeah. Priority onto the upgraded boots indeed. Parang hindi pa sila nag-ano, no? Hindi pa sila nag-stasis for some members. I think Lee Sin, Kaisa went on to priority onto maybe the upgraded skills. Diba? Ng Kaisa, he went in for the BF Sword, they went in for the Brick, and also the longsword as well to get that early Acadian Rain upgrade. So I think yung priority nila, I think the damage is gonna be the importance here for the side of RTZ as they move into the bottom side. I think they really want to get that turn, but that's gonna be the double man knockout from the Shockwave as Rain just dives in with the Dragon's Rage. But the fight is not gonna be over as the sandwich is gonna occur. Sonic gets the kill onto Ari. As Sai gets his
Teleport.
support as well. The TPs down are gonna come up. Olaf is gonna come through. Ragnarok is gonna be forced away as the shield is just gonna delay some more time for the side of RTZ. But that is just the damage overload from Synrgy Solar. Jay is now gonna be stopped from Rain. As we have Kaisa going for the killer instinct, but Evelyn just pushed through, killed off Camille. It's a 3-for-1 trade-off in favor of Synrgy Solar.
Precise, miscalculating at tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung laban natin dito. Case and Ray is going to be committed. Ray, papasok na rin. Olaf is going down, killing spree. Narito si Precise. Precise is actually medyo na miscalculate niya yung pag-kill off dun sa Brom. One hit na lang, isang one hit na lang, hindi pa nangyari. And Precise walked off with his, sorry, not Precise, but Brom, si Ugat Gaming. Talagang napakatindi na Ugat na to. And right now, Infernal Dragon pala magiging sunod na dragon natin here. And this is going to be really contested heavily ng dalawang teams natin.
Oh, massive charm though from Ari. Kate Killa with the moves, with the charm. What was that? The Infernal Drake though is now gonna be alive. It's gonna be the dominance from Synrgy Solar into the Dragon's Pit. Hectic ultimatum on Saya. That was actually pretty massive, but no follow-up. Camille is gonna pick off. Suizy is now gonna say bye-bye into the matchup. It's a 5v4 if RTZ opts to go for the contest here. The Dragon going in for the reset. RTZ hovering to the side of the line. Charm is gonna connect onto Oriana, pretty massive as well. Glacial Pressure is not gonna connect though, as we have Rain coming through to the back end, going for the kick, going for the flank, as she goes for the assassination ulti, and Killer Instinct just to delay the fight, going into the back line as the Olaf goes through. I don't ward, but Kaisa is gonna get picked off as well. It's a 2-for-2, and they're opting to back away for now, as both of these teams are low on health.
Right, so it all started with Suez overextending. Yeah, natrap niya agad dun itong AD carry na si Witchy, pero Witchy had other plans, nagkaroon ng retaliation, and with Camille being overstepping her boundaries, hindi niya na-pick off etong Shaya natin. And what's worse, hindi niya pa na-burn yung ultimate na meron si Shaya, kaya naman nakatagal talaga dito si Witchy. And right now, the Infernal Drake is still alive, 5-2-0 pa rin dito si Kaisa, very strong point on the side of RTZ. Pwede talaga maging core and pwede talaga maging late game insurance ng RTZ. Ang lamang na lamang nila na si AD carry na si Precise.
Absolutely. And yes, Infernal Drake is still gonna be alive in this fight, so I don't think it's gonna be contested anytime soon. But RTZ is taking the first step here, releasing the Rift Herald into the bottom side of the map. This is potentially Solar actually going in for Converge into the bottom side of the map. It's the charm gonna connect onto Oriana, and I don't ward is forced to back away. The triple man knockoff from the Rockwave as but the Rift Herald is gonna get melted by Synrgy Solar. But RTZ has another thing in mind. They got the turret into the mid lane. Precise, actually too deep in this fight. Force to flash away. That's gonna get killed. It's gonna get the pick off. And once again, Synrgy Solar will have the advantage, getting the ADC of RTZ.
Yeah, that's a very good sandwich move coming from Solar. Alam nila na preempt ng Olaf, natatalon yung Kaisa, and welcoming to their open arms itong si Olaf as we look at the engage here.
Ooh, time and time again, the charm is still gonna connect into I don't ward. It's gonna be the Sonic Wave just to delay the fight, trying to save the Sona. But still, it's gonna be the triple kill. It's the jungle, it's the ADC, it's the mid lane. Every single row is gonna get demolished by Synrgy Solar. But we have Su Easy going in for the split push into the top side of the map, actually going for some alleviations on the gold deficit that they are currently experiencing.
Right, lamang pa naman dito ang RT. Oh my god, that was just one hell of a feather call coming from that Shaya, and mukhang mapipitas pa nga rito si Kaisa. Kaisa's going down in exchange for the life of Witchy. But so far, so good para sa side ng Solar dito. Again, they started with a massive disadvantage, pero they weathered the storm, and right now, looking at the kills department, lamang pa nga sila 14-8, and yung gold hindi rin naman masyado nagkakalayo.
It's actually pretty close, and I think that the reason for that is like the trade-off that keeps on happening in the game, right? You have some trade-off that keeps on happening. The Sai gets killed by RTZ, but at the same time, Precise was also getting picked off by Synrgy Solar at the same manner. And I think the MVP at this point in time is going to be K-Killa. That charm keeps on connecting onto RTZ. It's absolutely annoying. And when you get charmed, it takes too long. And that's the opening for the side of Synrgy Solar to come through with some hits, to come through with the punish against RTZ, getting those pick-offs. And once that happens, it's a 5v4 situation. And at that point, it's a member disadvantage already for RTZ.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But will you agree on me on this na kapag sinabi kong mas maganda yung scaling dito, RTZ, papasok muna. Rain, ops, time out. Nako, last hit. Oh no.
A GA gonna be popped, and that is gonna be it. As a Glacial Pressure just to connect through. It's gonna be the Charm once again going through Rain, and Rain is gonna be melted down as we have Synrgy Solar having their sights onto the tier 1 turret into the mid lane. The Baron is still gonna be open. The jungler is not gonna be available for RTZ, and that is free reign for the side of Synrgy Solar into the Baron's pit.
Another pick off coming from the side of Solar. Lagi nila now caught misposition ang side ng RTZ here, and RTZ has plans to challenge this. Baron is almost down.
Ooh, indeed, gonna go through to the side of Synrgy Solar. The Stace is just gonna prolong into the heaven, but that 4-man shockwave against the enemy team just might put the game upside down against Synrgy Solar. The Baron Nashor has been removed, and that is gonna be the kill. That is gonna be the win for RTZ in that fight. They got the ace, they got the wipeout, and they're looking for more as a turret is gonna be available for them to actually take.
Yeah, massive win this time around for RTZ. Whenever a Baron gets picked off by your opponent, and in a snap, mauubos mo agad lahat ng mga naka-Baron empowered champions. That's just a positive win. And a negative on the side of Solar. Yes, nagkakaroon sila ng opportunity to pick off the right people with the lead of K-Killa. Nandoon yung potential talaga nila na magkaroon ng snowball. However, masyado silang bumabad sa damage ng Baron. And with a Sona that is able to just deal an AoE crowd control plus that command shockwave, picture perfect talaga pag nandoon kayo sa pit. Lista mo na para sa mga wombo combo AoE skills natin.
Yeah, absolutely. That wombo combo, if that comes through, it's annoying. And I think when that fight happened, when I Don't Wards made that shockwave come through against every single member of Synrgy Solar, I think that match was literally over for the side of RTZ. They went through with the 5-man knock-up, and that was just, I think, one of the highlights in that match into the Baron Nashor. So that was key at that point. So now,
here we go again.
It's gonna be the charm onto I Don't Wards. Ari going in for the ultimate just to go for those dashes, and Orianna is gonna get melted down once more. The Mountain Drake is gonna be alive though, so open objective. Open objective for the side of Synrgy Solar.
Yeah, that's an Elder, and I think sisimulan kagad nila rito. Again, K-Killa making things happen, just picking off one champions after another with those charms na talagang homing. May magnet yata sa puso ang side ng RTZ natin. And tignan natin, right now, Rain is in the vicinity and could contest us very, very fast.
Oh, Rain is gonna dash into the pit though, not gonna go for those steal, and that is gonna be the suicide matchup as the stasis is just there to prolong the fight. We have So Easy still going in for some split push into the Baron lane though, actually forcing out Killa to back away and defend the fight. So still gonna be an open opportunity for RTZ to defend the mid lane that is currently being pressured by Synrgy Solar.
Yeah, well, they still have a decent wave clear coming from that Orianna, so I don't think the inhibitor turret will be pushed here unless magkaroon na naman ng pick off. And as we just wait lang, wala pa rin si Leeson dito. Rain is dead, and with 17 seconds in the timer, 25 seconds for Baron to respawn. This is most likely going to be another contest, yes, with the jungler being down. Kanina kung maalala natin, the jungler was down when the Baron was started. Swerte na lang din talaga ng RTZ that their damage was enough to just pick off yung buong composition dito ng Solar. But so far, and finally, Rain is active and Rain can contest this Baron. One thing to note though is this Sona is also scaling. Look at this Sona. Sona already has 3 items. So sustain is there. And when it comes to Grievous Wounds, gusto kong masilip dito, Observer, kung marami bang gumawa ng Grievous Wound item. Yes, Shaya has one. Bralanomicon cannot be found yet. And I think, yeah, Thornmail. So dalawa, decent. Decent naman yung Grievous Wounds nila, pero not yet enough, I think, when we talk about Sonos heals and Sonos crowd control.
Absolutely. But Synrgy Solar is now hovering to the top side of the map. This may be potential for RTZ to punish this one. So I want to put your point on point, right? I think Sona is absolutely annoying when it comes to sustain. So I really do like how Thornmail was made and Mortal Reminder was made for the side of Synrgy Solar. But in the same manner, I like how Kaisa went in for the Mortal Reminder at this point because you have the Braum from Ugat Gaming and you have Olaf as well. So quite a bit tanky, so that penetration is gonna be very usable at this point. It's gonna be viable for the side of RTZ. So nevertheless, those items are gonna come through. And hindi na natin nakikita yung Sunfire Aegis. And I think that's the nerf. That's the nerf affecting the item points in this matchup. But as you've talked about a while ago, Morello was missing, but now
Morello na
for the side of Ari.
Right, Morello on that Ari. So tatlo na yung Grievous Wounds items on the side of Solar. And Solar really needs every single one of them dahil medyo annoying. Naku, mukhang may... Okay, so Suezi medyo hindi siya parte nung yung mga champions na medyo namamagnet dun sa puso ng Ari. Kasi kanina medyo marami silang talagang kapag gabi na to yung charm, parang iniisip nila power-ups yata, tumidikit pa sila dun sa puso. So, right gaming, sisimulan na to.
Absolutely. We've got gaming into the front lines, going in for the Glacial Fissure, knocking up one. So, going for the counter-attack onto the stun, but no, it does not connect. Now the TPs are not coming through. Goes for the flash onto the Kaisa. Precise after goes for a counter flash. It's gonna be Rain going in heads first, going for the dash away. It's gonna be GA pop from Precise. Another one for Rain as well. But Rain, I think, has no more day to live. But he goes once again for the mobility. But Oriana dies in exchange as Evelyn dies as well. It's 3-4-1 trade-off in favor of Synrgy Solar.
Wow, that tactical sweep, just making sure that she will live another day. No, check that. Mukhang mababurn siya rito ng mga damage. I think that was an ignite burning or a red buff ticking. But right now, everything is favoring Solar, weathering the storm. And the mid tower is their primary target with the AD carry and Ari still alive. They can demolish this tower real fast.
Sonic Waves actually goes for a connect onto Ari and Saya, but I think that was just a smart move from RTZ. They didn't went into aggressive because if that charm connects and you have a Saya in the side of Synrgy Solar, that was stating a suicide. That was stating a death sentence for the side of RTZ. So I think that was a smart move from RTZ, not opting to go for the defense into the inhibitor turret because that could potentially lead more gold in favor of Synrgy Solar.
Right, and napalaking point din that Crescendo did whiff. And with the missed Crescendo, that's go time already for the side of Solar. Solar connecting... Again, parang target skill na nga eh. Parang hindi na nga skill shot yung charm dito ni K-Kill. Definitely the MVP. And sinusuportahan naman siya kagad dito ng AD carry na si Witchy. Just proving to be a very good Shaya player. Look at the KDA, 9, 4, and 10. And full item na po ang mga players natin, ang mga champions natin on Solar side. So this is going to be a very difficult battle on the side of RTZ na to come back from. If there is a comeback potential here, I think Camille has to step it up and Camille has to proceed, I think, in splitting the map.
Absolutely, a split push is gonna be very important. But look at the war of control. Look at the vision of the side of Synrgy Solar. That is deep ward into the jungle camp of RTZ. Exercise is gonna get picked off by Glacial Fissure. It's a one-man knockup, and now it's gonna be Ari falling through and killing off Precise. In another day as the ADC falls again into the hands of K-Killa.
K-Killa again and again, proving us right with our analysis that she is the anchor of this team. Grabe naman yung mga charms nitong babaeng ito. Hindi mo na yata talaga pwedeng ibigay yung Ari in the next couple of games because just looking at how she uses this champion, just looking at the charms that has connected, mukhang nasa 70% or 80% yata yung connect rate ng kanyang charm here, Infinity. And right now, nandito si Brom, nandito si Ari, just shooing away those opponents, and the Baron will be successfully completed and will be joining yung push dito ng Solar side.
So, having that push, having that Baron buff, we can now talk about some of the winning conditions, some of the comeback conditions for the side of RTZ and similarly Synrgy Solar. I think they checked off one mark already for the side of Synrgy Solar, getting the Baron buff. This may be potentially open for them to go for a push into the Baron lane and into the Dragon lane. And getting those inhibitor turrets, I think, is going to be the next check mark for them. Now, let's talk about RTZ. How can they make a comeback? I think time and time again, Precise is getting picked off by that Ari, by that K-Kill. So I think what RTZ can do is prioritize Su-Easy into the front lines, get that pick off maybe into Witchy or maybe onto K-Killa. If they get that pick off, I think that's going to be very important for them. The charm is going to be removed and the root is going to be removed. Their main AD champion for the side of Synrgy Solar. And after that one, you have a lot of AOCCs from the Sona and the Orianna.
Right, but that's easier said than done. Lalo na't kumakatok na sila rito sa Nexus, and Nexus is going to be started here by RTZ.
Oh, Hextech Ultimatum onto Evelyn. Evelyn is gonna be something that could be the priority. It's gonna be the two-man stun from Sona connecting against Synrgy Solar. But 2 GAs are gonna be popped. Precise still has an early to live, and Reina as well. But 1k HP remaining from the next space. Evelyn is gonna fall down. The charm once again is gonna connect onto Camille, but Camille still wants to go for more. So Easy is gonna go into the front line stacking for his teammates, and that would be it. They got the free pick off onto the